Hey people, I'm up the quality, and maybe y'all can read this a little better, and I'll fix that one I messed up last time. This is my favorite verse of the Bible. This is the one that got me started investigating this language. And in King James it says, and the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Nothing will be impossible. And I says, I want to get that one language back where nothing's impossible. And so this is what drove me to start investigating this, and it make you think. They tell us they had no TV and no radio, no cell phones. Why was one language such a problem for gods? Because we already had the book. The book was written first. We were learning how to read it, and the kings didn't like it. So we'll go to the beginning. So to get a better idea, we'll start at the first verse that usually tells what this chapter's about. And it says the wage, the VIEI, to make the work, the wage of the colors of heat and the debris from Adam. And we'll get on to that later, what that debris, it has several meanings, the debris from Adam. So up here on 6, it says to make word. Every time it says in God's, not every time, they have several different words they replace that with. But that VJ or VI, it means to make, connected. That first letter W was a shackle. It means to connect, or a pin, to connect. And the next one was a hand, the works. And Amar was the knowledge of the merchants and mariners. It was a seaman's language. All those symbols you see on your packages that mean fragile, this end up, do not freeze. And these symbols had 2, 3, 4 letters meanings. And so you could create language from them. And so it says to make the word of you. That little symbol there, that's actually the symbol for AIS, but the symbol for you is similar to it, the man, for you to learn the Nomahd, the cycles of the tears and the hod. That hod is a 90-degree hand. It's a hod to hold brick. Your first day, that's the day one, a hod. The first day on the job, you're toting brick. You're a hod. You're toting brick and mortar. It says to make the word you of the Nomahd, to use the peat of the local waterways. The helm to lose vote, to bind the power to the boxer, the work of the boxer. Boxer is a draft animal. They're not known for their intelligence. They're known for their strength. And so where the helm loses vote, it has no more control. You're not steering the boat anymore. The boxer is pulling you through the channel. At the lock, from the waters to give bind assure, the classer. Classer has a couple different meanings here, but one of them sits right there under boxer. His personality, strong, hard worker, loyal, not real smart. The classer. To make cut the waters connected. The waters connected is where your word motion come from, and also moon. It's moving faster than the rest of the waters in the sky. It means motion. To make cut the motion of the lasut, the lock. The motion is lost. To bind to see shut. So out of context, this says that the Nomads were using the peat that was found at the lock for something. I'm sure the other 5 verses in front give a better idea, but there's several meanings in here. That's not necessarily all the meaning. the word in the P will kind of give us a clue too. The USPE, the to consume, US to consume, to use, and the pay, the face, the heat, and the face would be a tell to let you know the face writings of the heat. So the best chances is this was used as a lichen to check the alkalinity, to check the heat of the soils. Use your litmus paper is to check the heat. But go on to this what I kind of messed up last time. It was hard to read, and I cleared this up. But in Leviticus 8:29, this is plainly from the Art of War. It's a parody of the Art of War, and it's telling you to jack the mice at the cheese, connect the interface to the tenu face, to the tenu face bind pin. That's your parts of your rat trap there. Your interface is how easy it looks like you'll be able to steal that cheese. That when you walk in the store, how easy it's going to be to get what you want. Do they have what you want? The interface to the tenu. The tenu is your credit card is what they really want. That pin that's going to slap down on top of you and trap you when you trip the bind pin. And it's telling you to make it big, to publish it, put it on television, to get all your customers to come on by, to mail the Malaam out to the masses, to bind the mice eye of the many, the king of the zoo to make you at most, the king of the zoo to make you of mice. And the book is about how to control. The kings control all the people, but on the bottom of the page, after it teaches you all the ways to abuse and control the people, and which this is not all it was about. It worked in everything, in all fields. They would find a tree, they would find the branches that everything fits. When a tree is the brackets, when you're gonna have a football game to see who's the best, everybody gets in a bracket. At beginning, everybody's on the end of a limb, and the more games you win, the closer you get to the trunk. And that's the way these writings were. Everything has associations, and it's put on its bracket where it fits with all the associations. So the writing works with many things. But when you get to the bottom of the page, it usually tells how the mice can avoid the king's trap. And that's why they're changing your language. That's why they don't want you to know. So I'm working on another computer. I lost a bunch of writings on my others. I'll get back later. But, I have no religion. I had no bars. And so to investigate this writing, I went to the book of Lucifer. And you don't know what Lucifer is. Lu is a help. And the cipher is how you connect the numbers to get the knowledge. The help cipher. And so the book of Lucifer was misinterpreted by the Pope, I noticed real quick. And I didn't even have to get into it because all I had to do was read the writings on the front, and it gave me all the information I want. They misinterpret everything. But it says these writings came from when they were transferring the writings, and a copy was made. And it also says that God bless anybody who shares these writings. I wasn't too sure about that, if these writings were supposed to remain secret. But when I seen that the Pope had purposely mistranslated that, I knew it was just more truth that they were wanting to hide. So I'm here to share this, and I hope y'all all hit the share button. And it says God's going to bless those who share it. So good day, people. God is love. God is light. God is knowledge.